This is part 4 for the EKG machine. Just one thing I forgot to cover is if you want to change the paper in this, you can come up here to the top above where the desk is, and you'll see that there's these paper things here. You can unwrap them, take the cardboard from the top and the bottom. You come over here, you open this up like this, and then this will be pressed like that. That causes this to come up, and then you can bring the paper up through here. It's hard to do this in one hand. So what you do is you'll drop the paper down, remember, so that the white part is on top. Shake this a little bit so that it sits right. Then you're going to push this down like that, so it's in there. Now when you drop this in, as you can see, there's not a lot of leeway on either side. So you want to like fold the paperwork so that it folds up a little bit, and it can slide in, and then just jiggle it around so it gets all the way to the end and drop it. It would be best if you crimped the corner so you can pick it up, otherwise you're trying to dig it out. Then when you get it in straight, then when you close this up, it'll feed through. Now if it doesn't chew it up on either end, you know you've got it in straight. So that's how to change the paper. Now if you're coming in and you have to do a debutamine or a debutamine echo, just as a reminder, you go into that first tab when we normally selected the LexaScan or the other stuff. You hit debutamine under the patient information. Remember, you're adding information over here under location. Then you go over to test personnel, which is the second tab on the top. Just having trouble focusing here. The second tab on the top. And then you come down here and you'll hit reason for test, which whatever reason it is, and then you come down here and you notice that you've got debutamine stress, debutamine nuclear, and debutamine echo. So let's say we have a debutamine echo, and it's similar to the stress nuclear in that you're doing the debutamine, and you've entered all the other information. You come over here, hit enter, and you do the pretest. Now if you're walking on the you're not walking on the treadmill, so all you're doing is a supine. So you've entered your blood pressure, entered my blood pressure, and then when I go to start the test over here, I can basically put type in up here. You can type debutamine 10 mics per kilo per minute, and then you'll do that at each stage of the game. You'll have to have somebody with you. If you're doing it without a tech who just knows how to use this, then if you're without Regina, then you're going to have an RN with you to operate the pump. You really can't do nuclear without an RN at the pump. If you've got Regina, she can operate this machine, but if you have to operate it and they give you an RN, then you operate it, you put debutamine 10 mics per kilo per minute, and then that person will put it that, and then at the 3-minute mark when it goes to the next stage, you do it 20, 30, 40, until you reach your goal heart rate. As soon as you reach your goal heart rate, you shut down the debutamine. They're going to want to do the echo at that point, at that peak heart rate, and then you recover them until they come down. If it's a LexaScan, the big difference is you're going to take it all the way up until you reach your goal heart rate. They'll inject the cardiolite, and then it will go ahead and stop the debutamine at that point, and you hit recovery both times. I said LexaScan by accident. I meant debutamine cardiolite. So when they inject the cardiolite, so both of them are similar in that fashion. Anyway, just a little reminder. Hopefully you won't have to do either of those when you're covering for me.